with liberty and justice for all.
All right, welcome back to the In the Huddle podcast. I'm Sam.
I'm Al.
And we're back with another tier list, head-to-head draft edition. This time, we are doing Super Bowl halftime shows since 2000. We're not going to do every single one, but this is since 2000, which is about 24, 25 halftime shows we have to choose from. We also just filmed another video that's going to come out before this where I have the first pick. I have the first pick, so Al now has the first pick. So you know what? What's the point in talking too much? Let's just get right into it. Why not?
I'll take it, because now we're stepping into your realm a little bit. Not
bit.
all football, but a little bit.
But this is the thing, other than the commercials, that everybody goes to watch Super Bowl for, is the halftime show.
True.
So everybody has an opinion on it. So I think this is pretty even.
My favorite Super Bowl halftime of all time is Bruno Mars, Coldplay, and Beyonce.
It's my number one.
It all came together
That's
great.
my number one.
I love that one.
Damn.
Well, let's talk about why we love it.
Okay, this is like a weird reason why I like it. One of the only Super Bowl halftime shows where it's taking place in the daytime.
That's true.
It's a very weird looking.
That's true.
I like it.
And they took advantage of it too. They had everyone in the crowd holding up the flowers and doing all that stuff. The whole production of it was really cool.
And it got me to like Coldplay for like 10 minutes. And they had Beyonce and Bruno Mars on as solos both times before this one. And it still worked. Yeah. I mean, when they were like kind of dueling, when the camera's going back and forth,
and they're coming at each other.
Sick.
That was cool.
That was sick. I absolutely agree with you on this.
Just great artists to put together too.
Yeah,
like it's a great show.
We didn't mention this. We have a don't remember tier, which is basically Super Bowls that we just feel like we can't really talk too much on, and that if
probably
we picked it, it would be dumb. Yeah. Like I guess we kind of have to take out Shania Twain. Like that was what 2003, 2002. We're not gonna remember that, or it was 2000. Sorry. All right, let's put her in Don't Remember. This is not trash.
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is.
Listen, the only reason we know Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake, is because of the nip slip. So we'll keep it. We'll keep it. And we've seen the videos. Actually, I guess we can't really say Don't Remember because we could always just watch them back. We just got one trash out of the way, which is universally, I don't know if you know this, but this is universally the worst halftime show in NFL history. It's Maroon 5, Travis Scott.
Really?
Yes.
People hated that one?
Yes. It was horrific. When Adam Levine started taking off his shirt, it got super awkward.
Is that the one like SpongeBob?
Yes, and they completely botched it.
Right.
Like, we were getting hyped that it was actually going to be a full thing of Sweet Victory, and then they had it played for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then they had Travis Scott like coming in on like a animated, what was that, like an asteroid.
Oh, yeah.
And then his vocals were horrific in that too. And Adam Levine's vocals were bad too. It felt like he was lazy. The whole production was boring.
Yeah.
Terrible halftime show. That's definitely trash for me. I have a lot to choose from, but I think this was right there with. I think production-wise, this was better than Coldplay. Like the thing with the Coldplay Beyonce one, the production wasn't that crazy. Like
it wasn't.
It really wasn't. Yeah.
They got more advanced after that.
Yes, and I'm going specifically the one right after that, which is Lady Gaga. She probably had the best halftime performance in Super Bowl history.
That would have been on my list.
Other than Michael Jackson, who unfortunately is not going to be on this because we have only since 2000. He was 1993. First of all, she started off by jumping off of the stadium.
That was iconic.
And then she was falling down into it. Vocals were perfect.
She jumped off the stadium and then performed. Like, could you imagine that?
Yes.
I cannot.
Wait, sorry, I don't know why I kept saying yes. No, I can't imagine that.
Imagine jumping off a building and then you have to sing.
The way she jumped too, she like went full Spider-Man. Like
yes,
like
iconic
this.
moment.
Yes.
I remember it.
Iconic Super Bowl. Patriots Falcons. Lady Gaga's just a great performer. Super underrated. Not a lot of people talk about her too often in her performance. Obviously, she has a billion hits and stuff, but she brought it. Like I wasn't really expecting that much from Lady Gaga going into it, and it was 21-3 at halftime, so I was so checked out, and I was thinking like, I mean, all right, I guess
Lady Gaga.
I guess I'll just watch the halftime show. Maybe this will be good, and then it blew it out of the water, and that
awesome.
kind of set up the Super Bowl to be better in the second half.
It was awesome,
and it really made for.
And the Super Bowl was great. That was a great game.
Second half was great.
Yeah.
All right, well there you go.
I mean, it's still here. I'm gonna pick ensembles before I pick a solo, just because I like that more, and plus they give a little bit more room for surprises. I don't know. It's debatable because sometimes when Usher performed, there was like Ludacris and like all these other people. I really like Mary J. Blige, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Eminem coming together for this one. And
here's the thing.
Number 2.
Here's the thing with this one.
People loved it too.
I know they all stood in like different sectors probably because of COVID still, but I don't know. The music, best music out of any halftime
I liked it. It's like a walking music video. That's what
it was great.
Yeah.
I like the vibe. It's just...
And 50 Cent, when he comes out of the ceiling, like the music video.
Look, one of the coolest things about the halftime show is the camera work.
Great camera work there.
No.
Yes, there was.
Not really.
That was one of the first times where you see an upside down shot. They're doing the Kendrick part and they're walking on the city of LA and it's like the top down. That's really cool.
It was. I just felt like there was a lot of them standing around for most of the time. Is it just me?
No, I think there was a lot of methodical choreography that
maybe I have to go and watch. Maybe I gotta go
great
watch it
choreography in that performance.
Maybe I gotta go watch it back. I don't know why I felt like there was a certain point where I was like, all right, they're just standing on these white blocks the whole time.
As an Eminem fan, I wish Eminem got a little bit more spotlight. Besides that, it was good.
You know what? It did give me chills when he came out. Also, Kendrick Lamar, his part was the best part of the whole.
Yeah, when he's on the little walk.
His part was the best of the whole production.
And then when the sash says Dre Day on it, and Dr. Dre's right there, like all these rappers.
Snoop's outfit was pretty sick, like the Rams colored outfit.
I'm
not denying it. It would have been my second pick if you didn't pick it. I mean, to have that in LA was perfect.
LA,
it was the perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
In that stadium. Okay, listen.
I loved it.
Yeah, you're right. I should have probably not been negative about this one. Look, you picked it, so I have to try to find a negative about it.
Yeah.
It was a near perfect halftime show. Also, they had a thing I think you could look on an app where if you had a virtual reality set, you can link it up to the app and be at the halftime show. You could put on the goggles.
That's crazy.
My uncle had that, and he showed me. And like you could put on the goggles, and you're standing right there on the field watching the halftime show. Ooh. Okay, I'm between two right now.
Now it gets hard.
I'm going to pick this one because I don't think you're going to pick my number 3. I'm going to go with Prince.
Okay.
He was touted for the longest time up until recently as the best halftime performance of all time.
Purple Rain in the Rain.
I mean, Purple Rain in the Rain. The visuals.
Can you write that better?
That actually might be his best moment. Prince alone.
That was a great moment.
Let alone halftime show. That might be his best visual moment of his career. I mean, it's Prince. He's iconic.
Yeah, amazing.
It's tough to get him too. Like it was tough to get him for a halftime show, and he agreed to do it. He put on a show. I hope you don't pick my number 3 because I think I'll have a good 3 if you don't pick this one. We'll see. Do you want to put any more in like don't remember? Like, do you remember U2's performance? No, right?
No.
Aerosmith. I don't remember. I don't remember Christina Aguilera. I'm sorry. Rihanna's performance was not good. I don't care what anybody says. It was the most boring halftime performance I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I get it. She was pregnant. She couldn't, like, do that much, but I was falling asleep by the end of it. And I love her music. We just watched Tom Petty's performance to remind Al. He's deciding whether to pick it or not for his number 3.
I don't know if I'm going to pick it. Who's better, Beyonce or Bruno? I mean, I like Bruno more, so I'm going to pick Bruno. Bruno was iconic. I like that performance, and I don't know. I think that really took off his career.
That was the only good part of that Super Bowl too. That was Seahawks Broncos. It was a blowout
with his band too. It just lit up that place.
His choreography was great. Shit. All right.
Hard pick though.
Katy Perry, number 3. Yes. What? You didn't like Katy Perry's halftime show?
No.
She literally rode out on an elephant. She's very full of herself, and she's wants all the attention on her. She's very annoying. But her halftime show was awesome. I don't know what to tell you. Her wardrobe changes were great. The shark meme was classic. The beach when they were saying California girls, that was classic. Her riding out on the animatronic elephant. She probably had the highest production of anybody.
But they got an elephant
to
a football stadium, which is cool.
It was great.
You don't see that all the time.
I don't care what anybody says.
All right. Well, good for Katy Perry.
Any more trash? Do you want to put any more trash? I'm good to put Rihanna in trash.
Let's put J-Lo and Shakira in trash?
No. Just keep that.
Okay.
What about the meme of Shakira yelling at the phone? Or yelling at the camera? That was amazing.
Number 4. Had to do some research just to make sure it's still my number 4. I could honestly be higher, but I just like the ensembles more. I'm going with Bruce. Jersey guy. I'm from Jersey. We're from Jersey. He blew up that place, honestly.
It's a great Super Bowl. Steelers, Cardinals.
That was the first Super Bowl I watched.
Yeah, that was probably the third, fourth. But...
So that was my first halftime show ever watching. My family was going crazy for Bruce. I remember that.
That's a big one.
He was going crazy with his band. He was younger back then. He's still great. Bruce is always going to be great. But at that time, that day, probably one of the best solo performances I've seen at Super Bowl.
I don't hate that pick. I
like that one.
This is really tough because I am between like 4, and there's only 2 slots left for me.
4.
Do I want to go with something that's iconic and hilarious?
Janet Jackson.
I know. But was the actual halftime show that good?
I'm pretty
sure. Or did it just
sure-
make headlines? Like,
I'm pretty sure it was a awesome performance. Like from what I remember, I think it was pretty awesome. Justin Timberlake wasn't always a weird creep. You know, he was good at one point.
I know.
This is evil Justin in my mind. Like I don't like that Justin. This Justin on the left,
putting this in trash?
yeah.
Listen,
yeah.
the halftime show wasn't trash, but compared to all these other ones, we're gonna have to start putting some in trash. The Who, don't remember. Are we ever gonna pick the Who? Name one The Who song.
Pinball Wizard. What's that one? Bob O'Reilly. That's probably the best one.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put in Don't Remember because there's no shot you're picking it.
Out here in the field,
Are you picking it?
I fight for what's real.
Anyways, let's go with Beyonce.
Great pick.
Yep, I feel like that's pretty standard. You can't hate me for that one. There's her first performance out of 2. Pretty iconic. She's like the queen of demanding a stage.
Queen Bee. That would have been
Queen Bee.
my number 5, honestly.
People are just as obsessed with Beyonce. Not nowadays, but back then, she was like Taylor Swift. I think there were more people obsessed with Beyonce in 2012. I think that was
way more than Taylor Swift. She was on a pedestal above anyone else.
Yep.
So it's like, here are the best singers in the world, and then there's Beyonce above them all.
Yeah. We gotta eliminate some. We're putting Paul McCartney in Don't Remember, even though it's sad.
Someone's not gonna like this, but I really enjoyed.
Oh, okay, never mind.
The Black Eyed Peas performance. I think it was really awesome.
I actually think
it was fun for a kid like me.
I know I called it fun about 20 minutes ago. Now that I'm remembering it more, if we go back and watch it, it was kind of a mess.
All right, so after some analysis, that actually was kind of a mess. However,
Usher was in it. Slash was in it. Fergie was like walking around Slash weirdly. That was
strange.
Yeah.
Slash definitely looked uncomfortable in that situation.
Fergie's also not that talented. Will.i.am's not even that talented.
I do like Slash though.
But what does he have to do with Black Eyed Peas? What is that? Tom Petty trash. Rolling Stones.
That's crazy.
Just putting like the most famous band of all time trash.
And Tom Petty.
Listen, they're not all actually
Two
trash.
legends.
All right, for those who skip to the end of the video just to see the final rankings, listen up.
Most of you do that.
Some of these are trash, but we just have to put some of the other ones in trash because we have nowhere else to put them, and we do remember them, but we don't like them enough to put in our top 10. But they're not trash, right? Shut up. It's Madonna and The Weeknd.
Madonna. Okay.
Madonna had one of the best halftime shows of all time, but I'm not going to pick it because I don't really like her music that much.
The
She's
Weeknd.
extremely overrated. Listen up, fellas and ladies. The Weeknd has the most underrated halftime show in Super Bowl history, and it's not even close.
Well, let's hear it.
Go back and watch. Do you want to watch a little bit of it right now?
I remember it, but we can watch it. All right, so after some deliberation, I think I might be screwed on that last pick.
Yes.
That was
one of the
pretty cool.
most underrated halftime shows of all time. The production was insane. It was during COVID. I mean, everybody obviously first thinks of when he was in the room with all the mirrors, which, by the way, you want to talk about the camera work?
Yeah, that was way
for
better
COVID. For COVID, that was an amazing production. He does not get enough credit for it.
I'm happy with my list, though.
Yeah,
it's a solid.
I think we're pretty even on this.
Solid matchup.
I think it's a good matchup this time. Listen, guys, just remember, we're only 23. There's about 10 performances maybe like 5 performances on here that we just completely don't remember, and we apologize for that. But we tried to make it since 2000 because, maybe we would have picked Janet Jackson or whatever. But listen, there's going to be something we just don't remember. Comment down below which ones you think should be in our top 5. Because I know there's a lot of artists that we're leaving out, especially the ones in the trash tier that are very, very popular. This one's a pretty big battle, so please comment down below what you guys think, who you think won, what the top 5 should be, what your top 5 is.
Subscribe.
Yes, like and subscribe. Please, we need subscribers. It's a lot of fun when you guys subscribe and then like and then comment. We interact with you guys.
And let us know what you want to see.
Yes, let us know. Follow us at In The Huddle Pod on Instagram and _ In The Huddle _ on TikTok. Yeah, Al, that was a fun tier list. And
thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having you in your house. But thanks for having you, I just said. Thanks for having me in your house.
No problem.
But yeah, there you go, guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time for another video.